Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Curse. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Ready, lady. 53, Mike. 6 man. Like 7. Check girls. Look at
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Set. Go 20. 47. Double dog. That's the way. Back. Switch. 11. Check 3. Get on.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set. Lady. Check. 47. Okay, next defense. No. Check, right, 47.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Man 5-7. X3, 218, chopper.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, alert! Hey, Alpha! 47 to Mike.
Throwing to Stafford. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the screen. Pass. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Hey, come on. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, 5-0.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, 54. Hey, exit. 59.
47. Bandit. Bandit.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Stafford now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Check the tight end. Check the tight. Check the tight.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Underneath for Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Lions.
Check three. Check three. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Yup, yup.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Caught by Jones. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Check 24. Check 24. Kill. Check 40.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, Muhammad. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? Well, he said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Go, go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ready for this, man. They're not ready.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Well, there. Unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ward. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Here we go. 120.
Check.
Go, go.
Flag
Wait, son. Wait, son.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check 26. Check 52.
61. Matchbox lights. Gray 15. Gray 15.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You got nothing today.
What's that?
Working from the gun, Wentz. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He completes this to Sutton. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A quick throw, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Yo, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, rip 5-2, on here.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here.
Hold.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Whip. Watch the whip.
Here, sit. Great 15, great 15.
Wentz now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Wentz again. And Sanders has got it complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wentz going to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the drill right, 22. And middle.
Mike. Right here.
Say. Zebra.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here we go. 120. Ramp.
Hey, switch gears.
Switch up.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Watch the boot.
Bang. Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
You track.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Check 53.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford got a man open. It's Sutton. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
32.
53.
Bravo.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man. It's Curse. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Switch. Check.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go again with McKissick. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, Bush. 81. Recon, 132 fighter. Sunday. Down the man inside. Down the man. The twins. Hey, Delta.
To throw is Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Check, crunch.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Ward. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ward. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, other side, solid. Here, 5-7. What's that?
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he's got it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Blue draw Corker.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Ward. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. That is caught inside the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Working from the gun. Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete.